My air conditioner is on in the background. I'm not going to torture you with that sound. I'm going to do the unboxing. I'm going to show you everything, and I'm going to do a voiceover so you're not bothered by my air conditioner. It is 1,000 degrees here in Philadelphia. But here is my Dreamer Design Moon Raven by Jeff Hoffs that I'm going to be using for the event. Let's get started. Hello everyone, it's Elisa Maria Designs. I cut so much of my introduction out because of that humming in the background, and also because what you didn't see that I cut out was that my ceiling fell, and I have contractors in the house also. So this is a painting of a raven by Jeff Hoff called Moon Raven. I don't know why that says number 8 on there, but I thought it was so interesting because the video that I did before had, it ended on 080808. So I'm just showing you what's on this side of the box, why we diamond paint. What's inside the canvas has a great handle. If you travel with your diamond painting, I love that handle. You can just wrap everything back up. And don't forget to scan that code on the side when you make your next purchase, or if you'd like to support the channel, I have an affiliate code for 15% off also, and I so appreciate it. Thank you. I love Dreamer Designs marketing. The dust cover, everything is with the signature purplish color that they have, the silk drawstring tie, the silk bow around the canvas, just those little touches that, you know, you're holding something special. Taking out the toolkit, nice soft scrunchy bag. I have so many of those. I use them for everything, especially sunglasses, to even just clean them off. Your bag of baggies, your separator. Here are those great tweezers. I will only use Dreamer Design tweezers because they pick up both round and square, again with the logo on there. You get 2 stylus, one with a cone tip that I only use with water. I dip in water and pick up my drills. And 2 squishies. Here's a little trick. I have a little spray bottle with water. Just spray or wet them, and those little squishies, you see how I was struggling before? They will slide right on. 2 containers of this fabulous wax putty, I call it. I'm going to use my tweezer to peel back one side of the silicone, and, you know, just give a little twirl, put your pen in. You're ready to go. You have everything that you need to diamond paint. You don't need anything else. You get some multi-placers, a really big drill boat, again, Dreamer Design logo. It has little sparkles in it. You have a little drop down foot to get your drills out, and you even get a separator if you want to do 2 colors at one time. I usually use my boat and separator for AB drills. Getting my drills out. I think there's 25 colors and 4 ABs. It's a very moody, sublime, mysterious canvas. Blues, purples, darker greens, darker grays. It's really difficult to get a good shot, but I'm trying to get a good shot of the canvas. Everything you need to know inside that little pamphlet. Don't forget to do the socials. And Dreamer Designs has their own app now where you can compete for prizes. What I like about this raven, it looks like one of those illustrative type of drawings, which I like. And I can let you know right now, the 4 ABs are going in the moon, in the moonlight, in the moonlit sky. That's where all your ABs are going to be centered. I'm so eager to do this canvas. You all loved the Fluid Escape music. That's actually the name of the track. that I decided to use it again. I'll probably have some longer pauses so that you can enjoy the music. I just got this as one of my Prime Day purchases, the Art Dot 45 jewel containers that I'm going to be using here, because any extra drills that I have, I will kit up right in that tray. I do a line of washi tape, and then I just cut right through them really easily before I put my stickers on, so they don't stick to the containers when I have to take them off. And it just makes it so much easier. I have a way of setting up my drill tray. My darker symbols are on one side, which is why I'm not going, consecutively in order, and my lighter symbols in a separate row. Being that this canvas is so dark, you're going to have a lot of white symbols on this canvas because they're your shade colors. Got my diamond painting journal book out, and I'm going to place my sticker in, and then I take a moment to just write down any first impressions. I will be starting this on October the 1st, the first day of the Raven event, which will be every Wednesday in October at 7 p.m. Eastern. October 1st, October 8th, October 15th, 22nd, and 29th. That is from the Diamond Brush Ruler Company. And here's our first color, 310, black. So easy to get up with this little helper. I had an extra bag, so I have that being filled up and put away already. No bags hanging around where I don't know if I lost them, if they came in the kit. I actually like putting this little sticker up too, so you can give you a good idea of the colors. Sometimes you can almost see them. You can see the color and where it's going to go just by having that little icon of the canvas up in the corner. I would traditionally keep my logbook out, and I would log all my colors into my journal, but I've got back into using my Gems Flow app because I can add my colors. They have a whole DMC catalog. I can add a picture. I can add exactly what colors I'm using in this canvas. I can make notes. I like Dreamer Designs, but the app just did not work for me. I don't really keep a time of how long I'm diamond painting and competing for prizes, because I'm working on so many apps, but it's a great app. And you just have to scan your code on the box and all the information will come up for you. The next color is DMC 160, which is petrol blue medium. And if I had to take a guess, I would say that is maybe going into the background, into the valley where those smokier blues are. I love any kind of grayish color, blue gray or green gray. I was having some static, didn't have a dryer sheet, and so I was just breathing gently into the bag, and it worked like a charm. The next color is 159, a petrol blue light. This next color coming up is the petrol blue light, number 159. What I found interesting learning about the raven in Native American cultures, the raven is often seen as a very powerful symbol, and it's the central figure in many creation stories and myths. So I'm really excited to explore that as we come into this event. The raven is also known for its intelligence and adaptability, and it is frequently associated with transformation, mystery, good, evil. DMC 414, steel gray, dark. As a trickster, the raven plays a role in spiritual beliefs and practices, and it is believed that the raven is a bridge between the supernatural and human realms. DMC 793, cornflower blue, medium. In many Native American cultures, the raven is often considered a creator being who brought light to the world or played a role in shaping the earth. Gray-green, medium. Another moody color. I would imagine that that's going to be on it looks like a pine tree, but I know I'm wrong, it's not a pine tree, but they look like pine needles. Let me tell you about something I do know. In the Native American tradition, ravens are frequently depicted as both helpful and mischievous, embodying the duality of creation and destruction. And in my yoga teacher training, the deity Vishnu is the deity that is responsible for destruction and creation. And isn't that what all art is anyway? Isn't that what Picasso said? I think he said something like, you have to destroy the beauty or to find the beauty. I'll have to look that up. I'll make a note of it. There's always beauty in the mess, though, isn't there? Gray, green, light. I love these little family of colors because they add that little subtle transition in the shading that makes the painting so interesting. 3747, blue violet, very light. Maybe on the raven. That's the other thing. As I'm looking up information on ravens and reading stories from different cultures, I have some beautiful videos of the raven and the gorgeous blue, violet coloring. They kind of just look black unless you're able to see them up close or see a video of them up close. They're just gorgeous shades of purples and violets and black and gray. Just so pretty. DMC 158. Blue, dark. So the raven in the stories where he is portrayed as a messenger, he's a messenger between the humans and the spirit world, believed to facilitate communication with ancestors and other spiritual entities. And if you look at totem poles in particular, you'll always see a raven. Like it's very high regard. You'll see it in Native American cultures. And I want to go back to the Native American museum that I went to when I was out at Martha's Vineyard, and look at some of, I think I did a walkthrough, and I was really talking to the curator of the museum and looking at, all the different artifacts and paintings and jewelry. But maybe I can capture a raven somewhere in all the things that I was photographing and taking videos of. And I guess if you ever saw a raven, or if one ever came to visit you, I don't know where you live, you could actually maybe consider that a sign. A sign from someone in the spirit world, maybe that you would like to hear from, communicate with. I think most people have a sign for someone, one of their beloveds that they talk to. I talk to my dad all the time, and without fail, I find a quarter all the time. And my sign is a bell. Whether it's a ringing phone or a church bell or a doorbell, I always seem to get that validation. There's a lot of this color. So I would imagine, I'm like looking at the smokier parts of the raven and those deeper valleys. I can't really tell from the painting that I have up what it is. If that's supposed to be a depiction of like a road or water. On to our next color, DMC 317, one of my favorite families. This is pewter gray, and if I had to guess, I would say it's the color that's going to be in the clouds, maybe the beak of the raven. In the Native American cultures, ceremonies, and rituals involving ravens often emphasize themes of renewal and change. And the raven is also a symbol and a guide for individuals to use through life's transitions. Their feathers, which I'm sure are probably used in rituals and ceremonies, are interpreted as symbols of mystery, but they're also considered to be very intelligent. They have very intelligent behavior, and they represent adaptability and survival. I was reading one story where a raven was constantly showing up. The person telling the story was saying he had like a farm, and the raven would just sit like on his porch, and he was studying him and studying his behavior. And that, I believe it was the same gentleman that went out on a hike with other individuals, and they got kind of lost. And, well, not they didn't get kind of lost, they were lost. And the raven was caulking and showing them where water was. And when you're ever lost, you should look for water, even if it's a trickle of water, and which way it's flowing, because that will lead you to a bigger body of water, which would help you survive and help you get your footing. And I believe I just held up another color, 336, which is blue, and 823, another one of my favorite colors. And that is 823, a dark blue. So I made a little bit of a mess. And I took out my fingertip moistener, and I'm just, dabbing and putting them in an extra jar that I have. Should I run out? I don't think so. I always get a lot of extra drills with Dreamer Designs. And here's another tip for you, because I drive myself nuts with bags that I leave around, whether I put them in a drawer, and I'll show you at the end of the video where I have some extra bags of drills because they are in Elizabeth Ward. They were kitted up in Elizabeth Ward containers. And for your own, sense of not driving yourself crazy, take a little short video, like we do as, creators of our page. Take a little short video and of what you receive when you get your drills, because I had to go back when it came to Knight's Terrace, and I had to look at my unboxing, and I was like, nope, I didn't misplace these drills anywhere. This is what I unboxed. This is what I have. And it just didn't come to me in the box, is what I'm trying to say. So just for a few seconds, just like videotape, lay your drills out, videotape the numbers that you've received, videotape what you have, so that if you're missing anything, if you leave drills around, you'll know they're somewhere in your house, because I drive myself crazy. So that was another gray-green color, 924, very dark. And this one is 930, an antique blue dark. Yeah, so I drove myself nuts with Cafe Terrace at night. I mean, I looked upstairs, down, because I move around in my house, and I was looking upstairs, downstairs, in my office desk, in little, carts that I have that move with me from room to room. And I even looked in other kits to see if maybe they were there. And when I went back and reviewed the film that I had taken, it just was never there. And so 939, we have 2 packs of that gorgeous, very dark blue. I'm so curious to see how this is. I didn't want to look on Dreamer Designs to look and see anyone that may have completed this canvas to see, well, what does it look like? Because there's such dark colors, dark blues and grays, gray greens, gray blues, gray violets. I didn't want to look and see what it looked like, but I'm so curious because I've been wanting to do a canvas that is more moodier like this, darker, and just to see how it renders when it's done. And when I was looking at the 4 packages of the ABs, so you really have 21 colors and 4 ABs in this kit. There's 25 colors altogether. And you're just going to have that. It reminds me of the muka that I did called the Moon. And I started from the bottom of that canvas, and it was black AB drills were the outline, and then it went to a 939, which is the blue, very dark navy, like almost like a navy blue, and then it went into 823, which is another blue. I'm trying to remember the colors in my head. That was primarily the 3 larger amounts of color that were in her gown, and it wasn't until you got into the skin tone, which was her shoulder and arms, that you got into skin tone colors and shading even on her skin tone from the moonlight. But then when you got to the face and the hair and the moon behind her, that was all AB drills. And it just brings, well, of course, there's also AB drills in the gown and all. The black AB drills are probably one of my favorite AB drills. And there's another favorite one of mine coming up that's in the shadow of the moon, that was used in, I believe, Lady in Hat with Feather Boa, that Dreamer Designs custom department did for me because it was in the public domain, and it's a Gustav Klimt, and it is actually in her face. And I thought, oh gosh, AB drills in your face, but it looks like oil pastels. It's very, very pretty. DMC 3740, and that's an antique violet dark. When I was up on the canvas, I could have seen exactly where that was going. There's not many drills in there, so I can't see here where it's going. And then DMC 3768, another gray color, gray-green, dark. These are some of my favorite colors. I love these muted, darker tones just by adding gray into a base color. They just get moodier, and it seems to be the whole feeling of this canvas. We have 2 packs of 3799 pewter gray, very dark. I think of all the lessons that we will be exploring with the Raven, the one that I'm most looking forward to is the Raven as a trickster in at least Native American mythology, because they have such great stories of the Raven and as the trickster figure and embodying cleverness and playfulness while challenging norms, the status quo. And in many of the myths, it uses its intelligence to manipulate situations for its benefit or to teach important lessons to humanity. And this duality allows the Raven to represent both positive and negative aspects of life, illustrating how change can arise from chaos. And I think I also have that week's event for the Raven as the trickster to explore the confetti areas of our canvas, the chaos that, not just confetti, but sometimes for me, huge blocks of color blocking can be chaotic, especially when you're dealing with white or black drills. So you won't be left out. If you don't like confetti, if you don't like color blocking, it'll be an even mix of both types of drills that can make us feel a little anxious or and again, with the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the duality, good and evil. White and black represent so many things, and they can be a little chaotic when you are color blocking. I know, going back to, Woman in Hat with Feather Boa, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a huge section of this canvas is just the big boa that she has around her neck, which was just rows and rows and columns of black drills. And I thought I was going to go insane. I just wanted to rip my eyelashes out of my eyes because I just, you're seeing so much black, and it just is like you it just doesn't look like they're being aligned properly. But now I don't have that problem. But it was a learning experience. Out of the chaos comes beauty. And the chaos right now, that I am looking for a drill that you can't see behind the icon that I have of the canvas, but it actually fell behind the drills that I have. And I'm looking for it. And had you all seen it, you probably would have been saying, it's behind you, it's behind there. I did find it. I believe I am done kitting up, except for the A-B drills, and I'm just taking the extra containers of drills that I have that are holding the extra bags of drills that I've already kitted up here, just putting them in numerical order. I love this because when, I run out of, let's just say 823, I go to 823, I take the lid off, I switch lids for the one with the symbol, and I'm ready to go. Anything that I would have needed, if I had an Elizabeth Ward and I had to go look for the bag and, add extra drills in, do I need a dryer sheet? That's all been done. I've already put the dryer sheets in my containers because they did need a dryer sheet. And I love my fingertip moistener that I can just dab away, pick up like 20 drills on my fingertip if I had to from that moistener that I use. Yes, all that is left are the 4 AB drills, 3078, golden yellow, very light, which is the moon. I'm starting to move things out of the way, and after I get done kitting up the AB drills, I will clear up that space and show you the entire canvas. AB3023, brown gray light, and that's the AB that I was telling you, I believe is on the face of Woman in Hat with Feather Boa. It's so pretty. And that is actually the shade color on the moon. AB08. I don't know what the official name for this AB drill is. It's not a white. 5200 is the white. This is kind of like, I'm just going to call it a moonlight white. Wouldn't say it's an off-white, but it is a white. And then AB46. I do not have a color, DMC color name for this, but it's a baby blue. And there you have it, guys. I have no idea what future me is talking to you about. I had a few heart attacks, kidding up. Thought I lost something or mixed drills up, but they just fell behind. You guys were probably saying, it's behind the kid up thing. So this is it. All the ABs are going to be right here. In the moon, this beautiful yellow, this beautiful white, and then a shadow, and then the blue moonlit sky. It's going to be right there. Beautiful shades of blues and purples, all really shade colors. Most of this canvas is white symbols, and you guys know I'll be explaining that. You know, why did I put the dark symbols on one side and the white symbols on the other? You don't belong here. What are you doing there? Stop being so silly. This is what I'm starting to really like about these art dot containers, is that I kit up my extra baggies right away. They're not laying around. I have baggies in this drawer. I have drills in art dot trays on the top drawer here, baggies in this drawer, woman in gold. This is to Rico, so I found his extra drills. And then in here, you probably can't see it. Are they in this one? No. And it's in this one, where I have bags of women in gold, and both those are kitted up in my Elizabeth Ward. So this is my guy. I have 1, 2, let me just show you because you can't see what they are. I have 1, 2, 3. This was the 4th one that came from Dream Design, which was my Raven. These are my 2 from the 7-year anniversary for Diamond Art Club. Plus I have, I think, 4 more coming tomorrow. So I'm good, guys, for the rest of the year. There's just no more for me to do. That's it. It's over. No more buying. I just completely ignore. But I will show you one because I love it so much. And I don't know when I'm going to open her because I just don't know when I'm going to have the time. And she's so pretty. I've wanted her for so long. This guy is from Chris at the Diamond Brush Company, where I get my rulers from. This made my setup kit up so easy. And when they were sticking, I didn't have any dryer sheets up here. When they were sticking, I was just breathing into the bag and they were, you know, behaving. But I have to find a way to live forever. Anyway, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed my Raven stories, whatever the heck I was talking about, because I read a lot about ravens today. And everyone stay cool because it's going to be murder over the weekend. It is so hot here. I'm sorry for the air conditioner, which is why I did a voiceover, so that you guys, I want you to see my pretty moon back there. You guys don't have to listen to that or the crinkly paper. See you tomorrow for the diamond drill part 2. Practice your square drills with the small kit that I got from Diamond Art Emporium. And I'm doing something with Diamond Art Emporium. Ren is having his first event, and I am going to host along with, I believe, Rich and Tammy. I'm a busy girl in the fall. Yeah. So I will see you guys a lot. God willing, like my grandmother said. Peace. I'm out. Mic drop. Bye.